Showtime! The Capital G show starts right now.
What's up YouTube, Capital G here. So guys, I can't be the only one who's noticed this little Snipe Hunter trend that's popped up among Dragon Ruler players as of late. And when somebody first summoned Snipe against me, I thought to myself, wow, I mean really? Like that's what's real in the streets right now? Niggas summoning cards that were good like 6 years ago? I mean, come on now. But shortly after my entire field was wiped clean, I started thinking to myself, maybe this card is actually worth talking about. Like, the reason that Snipe Hunter is seeing play amongst Dragon Ruler players is simple. Much like Blaster, MegaCapitalG, Phoenix Wind Blast, it's a card that pretty much solves any problems that you put in front of the Dragon Ruler deck, you know, for the most part. And we all know that 99% of decks don't want to go punch for punch with dragons. That's just not the way you beat it because, I mean, that's just a losing battle and a stupid one to fight at that. So how those 99% of decks beat Dragon Rulers is by citing cards like Iron Wall, Soul Drain, Vanity's Emptiness, Kaiku, Fossil Diner, etc., etc. Cards that stop the deck from being able to punch back. And a lot of times Dragon Ruler players end up losing because their opponent draws more of those cards than the Dragon Ruler player draws counters. In comes Snipe Hunter and problem solved. I mean, Snipe Hunter has a 4 out of 6 chance of getting rid of whatever you don't want to deal with in that situation. And much like Blaster and the other traps, it comes, of course, at a small price. Now, Snipe Hunter isn't as reliable as cards like Phoenix Wind Blast and Blaster are. However, it does make up in a couple of ways. Number one, Snipe Hunter cannot be negated by Stardust Dragon since the negation is not definite. Number two, and equally as important in my opinion, Snipe Hunter can be used as many times as you need it. You know, if you're staring down a Fossil Diner plus a Soul Drain and you've got to get rid of both cards during the same turn, otherwise you're going to lose. I mean, Snipe Hunter is basically your man. Cards like Blaster or Regeki Break, they can only take out one card, but with Snipe Hunter, as long as you have cards in hand, you can just pick apart your opponent's field. Now, most decks can't afford to use Snipe Hunter more than a couple of times before their hand gets dangerously low, but we all know with Dragon Rulers, that rarely ever matters. Since Konami was stupid enough to let them be able to trigger from the graveyard, it's pretty much irrelevant. You know, if you need to burn through 3 or 4 cards to get the job done, just go ahead and do it. You know, and if you're low on resources because let's say you don't have, you know, more than 1 card in your hand, all you have to do is just banish 2 dragons to summon another dragon and then activate the 2 dragons that you just banished and ta-da, you just got 2 more cards and you can just continue blowing up stuff. Now, there is one other major reason why I think that Snipe Hunter is seeing a lot of play specifically in Dragon Rulers right now, and if you're a real pro, you probably know where I'm heading with this. 6 cents being legalized gives this card a huge boost in playability. Hitting a 5 or 6 almost always guarantees that you'll be able to nuke your opponent's board, which in itself almost guarantees always that you'll be able to OTK your opponent. And even if you happen to mill 3 or 4 cards, okay, well then you can just go to plan B. You can banish a couple of dragons to summon a dragon, and then you can trigger the 2 dragons you just banished, and those will give you 2 more cards, and then you can just start going to town on your opponent. So I think that Snipe Hunter right now has basically found its perfect partner in crime. This completely random white guy who apparently likes green hoodies. So let me know what you guys think. It's interesting to see a card that was literally good like 5 or 6 years ago come back and have a lot of playability just because of the way the format has shaped up. Because 6 cents is legalized and Dragon Rulers is pretty much like the perfect deck to facilitate Snipe Hunter. Thank you guys for watching as always, and take care. Subscribing makes life happy.